It was a pleasant ride through the night, silver glinting breaks in the clouds hinted at the full moon behind them. I planned to spend the night at Murnauer Moos and found a suitable spot to sleep. By then, it had dropped to -2 degrees, a good reason to turn on the heater. When I woke up early this morning and got out of Elsion, I found out that I was standing right at the entrance to a beautiful open-air photo exhibition. Since the day had already started so great, I decided to go for a hike through the moorland, which is fascinating even without fog. Afterward, I spontaneously met up with Tina, a very impressive person, for coffee and cake, and we hatched a plan to meet again in Morocco in January with a red oldtimer Mercedes. The rest of the drive to Italy went completely smoothly and without a hitch. The only place where my vaccination card was checked was when I went to get a latte macchiato at McDonald's. I slept well in the shelter of Runkelstein Castle and earned my breakfast right away with the morning climb. Unfortunately, Runkelstein is closed on Monday, so I decided to keep driving. My GPS guided me through the narrow streets of Bolzano. A second time. Certainly a charming city to explore on foot, but a nightmare with the RV. By now it was dark, so I decided to head back to the highway and drive straight to the parking lot at Ikea in Genoa to lay my head down for some well-deserved rest. The day in Genoa started very early and sunny. I checked with the ticket office at the port about the current conditions. Everything seemed fine. I can take the ferry to Tangier on Thursday. And so I drove along the coast to Camiogli. That was the best idea ever. I was completely enchanted by the little town. Even found a good parking spot near the theater. It was a cozy spot where I slept in Camiogli. Even I was parked right up against a wall. When I opened the door, I was greeted by a fresh bouquet of flowers right in front of my nose. After a delicious coffee, I made my way back to Genoa, and this city actually managed to surprise me in a good way. I strolled through the alleys of the old town and ended up in front of Genoa's impressive cathedral. a spiral staircase to reach the bell tower. My staircases in Berlin are breeze in comparison, but the view over the rooftops in the bright sunshine, it was totally worth it. After my church excursion, I kept strolling, stopping along the way to refill with delicious focaccia, and ended up behind the cathedral at the Palazzo Duccale. And my jaw literally dropped. There was an exhibition of M.C.Escher right there, an artist I deeply admire. You can probably imagine where I spent the next few hours. Who wants to sit in the sun when, for the first time in their life, an exhibition of an original works by this fascinating artist is on offer? Not me. Anyway. When I came back out into the daylight, I was already pretty chilly, so I made my way back along the historic harbor, stopped briefly at an original wooden galley that evokes a pirate vibe, and after 10 minutes reached Elcien, now located below the highway, but also under palm trees at an official RV park. Genoa really stressed me out again. I arrived luckily early at check-in, where I was brashly shooed out of line because no PCR test. The nice gentleman had given me the wrong information 2 days ago. I was given the address of a lab in Genoa, rushed there and back to the port. The final check-in was scheduled for 11:30. At 11:35 the message came via email negative, so now I was allowed in, I thought. Now they wanted a printed copy of the test, so I had to go up to the stairs and through the entire shopping center to the tobacco shop where I got a printout. Then run back through the rain on to the next stop. Because what nobody had told me, I had to get a new ticket issue at the ticket office. So I went through the same procedure as before because the ticket office is on the floor above the tobacco shop. Long story short, in the end, I made it into the ferry and could finally relax. Upon arrival in Tangier, I was isolated with the other foreigners from Europe in a windowless room for a rapid test. Fortunately, we are all negative, so next stop was a police checkpoint, followed by customs, then buying a SIM card and exchanging money, and just like that, I was in Morocco, heading to my first overnight spot in Belyouneh, in a parking lot in the village, right beneath the Moroccan flag, and to the sounds of the muezzin, I drifted off in a well-deserved sleep. In the next video, I continue on to Chefchaouen and from here to the Rif Mountains, where I hike to the Bridge of God in Angkor Park. Then relax for a few days on the Mediterranean coast at the tranquil Cala Iris campground. I'd be happy if you join me again, and I thank you for your interest.